This is section 34 from Caesar's Day, Bello Gallico, book 5, and the rout is on. The soldiers, against all common sense, have decided to follow Ambiorix's advice, and the Romans have left their military camp and they have been attacked by two flanks of Gauls that have hidden themselves in the forest, and now they're stuck in a valley, in a depression, and they are trying to fight their way out of it in an orb attack. So the Romans are rounded up in a circle, and the barbarians, the foreigners, the Gauls, are attacking them from all sides essentially. And so that's where we see everybody as we start 34. But the barbarians, or to the barbarians, a plan was not lacking. For their leaders throughout the whole battle line, or in the whole battle line, ordered that they announce. So their leaders ordered that they announce in the whole battle line that no one, that not anybody, right? So after si, nisi, numen, ne, Ollie takes a holiday, that no one should leave his place. So everybody stand firm in the positions where they are. And their leaders order that they announce that the prida, the loot, the spoils of wars were theirs. So remember, just previously in this passage, the Romans were freaking out and starting to go grab their baggage, their stuff, in sort of desperation. And so the Gauls are seeing this, and the leaders are using this as motivation, saying, look, all that stuff that they're going after, that's your prida, and that's yours. And they are announcing that to them are was preserved whatever the Romans had left behind. Thereupon, or then, they thought that everything had been positioned, had been put in place in Victoria for their victory, essentially. They were our equals. So again, from the Roman perspective here, they were our equals both in their courage and in their eagerness of fighting. Our men, although they were being abandoned by their leader and by fortune, nevertheless were putting all their hope of safety in their courage. And whenever each cohort had run forth, in other words, to attack, from that part, from the part where the cohort had run forth, a great number of the enemy was falling back. So to the Romans, this was a good sign, right? That they were causing, at least temporarily, the enemy to flee. Well, with this situation noticed, Ambiorix orders that it be relayed, or it be announced, that at a distance they should hurl their weapons, and ne accedant, they should not approach farther. They should not, more closely. And they should yield into the part in which, or into which part, the Romans made an attack. So Ambiorix says, okay, well, they're coming forth, so let them, right? And so when they come forth, you yield too, you give way. And so Caesar gives us this aside here: by the lightness of their arms and by daily exercise, by daily training, nothing to them was able to be harmed. Again, they follow them taking themselves back to their standards. So there's a lot of theys here, so let's make sure we get that. So Ambiorix orders, or he orders that it be relayed that they should hurl their weapons from afar, they should not approach more closely, and that whenever the Romans make an attack, they should yield and then follow them back when they are returning to their standards.